Good morning. Good morning. Hey, we're almost to Christmas. Driving along. You know, I do some of these things just to vent. This is kind of my therapy. When I start thinking about things or hear certain stories and whatnot, instead of writing, I really don't talk a lot anymore, but it's more a way of just airing things, I guess, so it is therapy. Another case in point. I go kind of like on a little bit of a rant, maybe, if it gets my blood boiling enough. And this is across the board always. Like, we all can stand to learn something from everyone, so my thing is when did we the people stop being we the people? You know, all those words that we hold as truth, and hold to be our framework of our country, of our democracy. If it's written in plain English, it's written in plain English. If you don't want it there, then you figure out a way through due process to have it changed. But you don't just change it inadvertently on a public opinion thing. My case in point is those words are there until our process allows it to be changed by law. Okay? You simply don't not adhere to that because of your own pride and your bias. Okay, it's supposed to be like the written word of our country, you know, and I find it odd that the groups that that hold the Bible up high, which I do too, are the ones that are ready to discount the validity of our Constitution and our word. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense, but I mean, do you catch my drift? It just is mind-blowing. So, and I started thinking about it, and I went, okay, let's start off with just the beginning. We the people. You know, the day that comes that we the people will know that doesn't mean everyone, is damn near upon us. If you want to use the same logic that's running through some of these people. You know? You could pick a lot of verses, a lot of sentences, and try to really pick them apart. But to understand them, if they do have if it isn't clearly cut, which I don't know, wouldn't be, then you go back to the framework of why that was put in. That's why amendments are put in. You know, it wasn't all perfect when it was first written. However, there is the element that it's pretty clearly written, point blank. And so I just am appalled by the fact that we don't get it. you know? And another question I would have is, you do know we have adversaries, right? You do know, you've got to know that there's other countries out there that just want to see us fall, that just want to see us hit the ground, that want to see the United States go down. You've got to know that. And every time this pride and bias plays over the reality of our Constitution or the reality of our framework, you're playing right into their hands. You're turning around and playing right into their hands. And proving that we have a problem. Okay? And they're not just they're just not wanting to replace the president. They want to replace the whole damn country. So you better have some forethought in your stupidity or your ignorance or your challenging of what we have down in our framework. You know, I was raised by a World War II vet who slammed this stuff into me. And there was times I was going, just shut up. But there's a reason for that passion. Well, that same group that supposedly had that passion, especially, I won't even go on the political end of it. That same group are the ones that keep questioning the Constitution. And it is based on and I'll say it, it is based on a media group that started this whole thing. Okay? Which was totally wrong. And they proved themselves wrong. They're in it for ratings. They're not in it for fair and balanced truth. Okay? They've always been in it for ratings. So, that being said, that's a whole nother subject, and I know it. But, you know what? Don't let the pride in your bias overshadow a path of righteousness, if you want to go there, but a path that was laid before us by our forefathers. Please. And begin with that this Christmas as my Christmas wish for 2024. Nothing but love.